This is the brief on prophetic transition. So Bill Vincent's book, Prophetic Transition, Embracing God's Move in a Season of Change, yeah? It's basically a really direct guide for you, for the church, anyone navigating these, significant spiritual shifts. It's really all about getting an authentic relationship going with God and ditching those kind of stiff religious traditions that just hold us back. Okay, first takeaway. Vincent talks about prophetic transition, basically as a God-led shift, right? He's moving us from one spiritual spot to another, sparking totally new beginnings. Now, he says this process, it's often messy, maybe uncomfortable, because it pushes us out of just sitting still spiritually, those dead places. But the goal, higher levels of God's glory, a fresh Holy Spirit move. Second, there's this huge emphasis on breaking free from just doing religion, Vincent pushes back against just like predictable services, empty traditions, hypocrisy. He wants real, passionate worship that actually brings God's presence in. He even says religion can be the biggest demon sometimes, getting in the way of real God encounters and kind of shutting down authentic Holy Spirit stuff. It means confronting that stubborn resistance to change. And finally, tapping into God's power for these new beginnings. What does that take? Well, things like consecration, like really setting yourself apart for God and consistently being in His presence, the secret place. Also, humility. Vincent says going lower, judging yourself honestly, comes before going higher spiritually. Plus, obedience even when it's tough, like with giving, and just being open to all the ways God's power shows up. Miracles, signs, even healings, and empowering new leaders, young or old. Embracing these ideas can really help you navigate change, experience God's power, and step into a fresh, real season of faith.